Boring. Wrestling fans. Boring is what we heard in the crowd tonight for Lars Sullivan. We saw that. We saw the stare down between Goldberg and The Undertaker. Seth Rollins vows to be at Super Showdown. Brock Lesnar waiting in the wings with his Beast in the Bank contract. All that plus so much more we're going to be discussing right here today on the podcast. Before we do, you all do your part by becoming a subscriber today. Hit that box down below and hit that bell for all notifications. If you enjoy anything about this podcast, give me a thumbs up. Helps the podcast out, helps the video out, and leave me a comment down below. Much appreciated. Now, before I dive into SmackDown, last night I did Monday Night Raw review. If you tuned into it, you all know that I said that The Undertaker felt rushed at the very end of Monday Night Raw. I said that Brock Lesnar's segment was cringe, that I didn't like it, that the fans more than likely didn't like it. It sucked. Why? Because no one wants to see Crown Jewel 2.0. And I thought, and I think, and I still think that is where we're headed. Brock Lesnar holding up the Universal Championship when the Universal Championship matchup is over. Unfortunately, I hate saying it, but that's the route I think they are going. I hope not, but that's where I think they're going, wrestling fans. Now, I don't know if I made some of you all salty, or if YouTube decided to take some of my subscribers, roll them up into a big ball, and dump them in a trash can. Because that usually does not happen to me. Me just losing subscribers like that. Now, if you have thousands upon thousands of subscribers, I don't know if it's real noticeable. But on this channel, if you look, I don't have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of subscribers. So it is very noticeable when they take some away. And YouTube, look, you should take more care, better care of your content creators. Okay, we come on here each and every week, some of us more than once, and give you content for the people to watch, whether there are ads or not. People come back to your website to watch us. Take better care of us. Don't just take our subscribers and toss them in the trash. If that is what happened. If it is me making some of my subscribers salty, look, I don't see how somebody like that Brock Lesnar segment, and it really came off as The Undertaker being rushed last night. Go back and watch that segment. Go back. Now, wrestling fans, as far as SmackDown Live is concerned, much better show. There's a few things that I'm going to point out, though. Number one, the wild card rule. Wild card rule. It's gone. Survivor Series rules. It's gone. The speciality of the Survivor Series. It's gone. Why, wrestling fans? Why is the Survivor Series rules gone? Look, Survivor Series used to be the one night of the year where Raw and SmackDown superstars faced each other. Now, I understand the wild card rule meant that Raw superstars could go to SmackDown, SmackDown superstars could come to Raw, so on and so forth, each and every week. But does that mean that a Raw superstar can challenge for a SmackDown Live championship? Does that mean that a Raw superstar can face a SmackDown Live superstar at a pay-per-view? No. No. And if it does, Shane needs to come out and say it. If the wild card rules mean that, somebody needs to explain more. We, as wrestling fans, are not 5 years old anymore watching Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker with gray gloves, The Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, so on and so forth. Laundry list of superstars that we grew up watching. The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. We are not those kids anymore. We know more about wrestling, and we would like to know what is going on. You know, back then, they didn't tell us as much, and that was okay because we were kids. What are you doing? Give me a break. Don't insult our intelligence. Please explain stuff better to us. Okay, WWE. Now, let's go on to the SmackDown Live Women's Championship at Stomping Grounds. We have Alexa Bliss taking on Bayley. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not. Now, I know some of you would have rather seen Charlotte, a.k.a. Jason Funny, who you will see this Friday during On the Road and the review of Super Showdown. But, look, how many more matches can we see in a row of a SmackDown championship matchup for the women and have the same challenger? You can't. Now, I would have picked someone on the SmackDown Live roster like Ember Moon or someone like that. Try to build someone up, give somebody else an opportunity, someone fresh. But it doesn't look like we're ever going to see something like that. I mean, after all, they put Carmella in the triple threat matchup. And did Carmella really stand a chance at all? No. She's to intertwine with R-Truth in this 24/7 championship. Speaking of the 24/7 championship, we finally get an actual match. The match, Elias in what was a lumberjack match in one of the stupidest matches I have ever seen. The match lasted, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and Elias won. And then he dropped it right back to R-Truth when they went underneath the ring, and we didn't see the pinfall. R-Truth just came right back out of the ring. The ref raised his hand, and he ran out. That's how it happened. I wish they would give us an actual storyline. Right now, the storyline is jobbers running around like a chicken with their head cut off, going for the 24/7 championship. And R-Truth, 5 or 6 time 24/7 champion. That's it. WWE, you can do better than this. And Elias has, if he didn't have Jobber planted on his resume by now, he has Jobber planted on his resume now. Being intertwined with the 24/7 championship. Hands down. And look, the other two things that happened on SmackDown. One, Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler cut a promo. I'm not even going to mention the tag team matchup. The tag team matchup between KO and Sami Zayn versus the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, was simply there so Dolph Ziggler could do 2 super kicks to the New Day. One to one to Xavier Woods and one to Kofi Kingston, getting the upper hand on the way to Super Showdown, where Dolph Ziggler will lose. He'll lose, but it will be a good matchup because Dolph Ziggler always has good matches when he is given the opportunity to. Always does. No one's going to tell me otherwise. And I don't think anybody that's watching me and watches the WWE would disagree with that statement. And number 2, what we learned from the Dolph Ziggler Kofi Kingston segment was this. At Super Showdown, it will be me. Not it should have been me. It will be me. That's it. And then Goldberg and The Undertaker stared each other down. Mind games played between these two. Goldberg came out, said he was going to bring the ass kicker to Super Showdown. Phone going off. Jason Funny just messaged me too. And he says, I lost 3 subscribers too. There you have it. It's a bunch of garbage. YouTube, start treating your content creators better. And he is upset about it. Look, wrestling fans, join me tomorrow for my preview and predictions of Super Showdown. And don't forget about Friday for the on the road and review of Super Showdown. And until I see you then, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.